Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. And in today's video we are going to be talking about Promise to Neverland. You know, before we really get into this, let me tell you guys how much I love this show. There's not a lot of anime out there. I've watched tons and tons of anime. There's not a lot of anime out there where when I'm done with the anime, when I'm done with like the first season or something, I just have to know more. You know, there's only been maybe a handful of anime out there where I go and actually read the manga after watching the anime. You know, because they're that fantastic. One of them is like Black Clover. You know, it's fantastic. My Hero Academia is. And Promise to Neverland. When I first heard of it, when I first saw it, it didn't really look like it was for me. I kind of passed it. I think I watched the first episode of it, and it was interesting. But then Black Clover really hit the shelves pretty hard, and I was really into Black Clover, so I never went back to Promise to Neverland. And now that I have, oh my God, have I been missing, man? Promise to Neverland is such an interesting show. And yeah, I cannot wait for season 2. However, I've already kind of spoiled myself because I've gone and read part of the manga. Right now, I've only read maybe the 5 chapters after what happens at the end of the anime. And my God, let me tell you, it's fantastic. I want to read more of the manga. At the same time, I know season 2 of the anime is coming out, and I kind of don't want to know more, spoil myself, but I have to know more, so I'm probably going to keep reading the manga, because the manga is fantastic. It's the same thing with, like, My Hero Academia and Black Clover. I'm actually done with Black Clover, and I'm just caught up with My Hero Academia, and just the manga is fantastic. Now, I do know that the story of Promise to Neverland is over. People think when the manga is over, that means the show is over. Nope. Season 2 is coming, guys. Season 2 is coming. And let me tell you, I cannot wait for it, knowing what I know from the manga now. Oh, wow. And again, I haven't even read the entire manga yet. Another one is like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer just recently ended, man, and Demon Slayer is another one where just after watching the first season, I had to know more and went and read the manga, man. And the manga of Demon Slayer is amazing. I haven't finished it yet, but I think I've read past season 2. I think that one, Demon Slayer, might have 2 or 3 seasons. Same thing with this show. I think it's going to have about 2 or 3 seasons worth of content there. And I cannot wait for it. Bring it on, bring it on. But let me just go ahead and start talking about the show, because I'm rambling on about how awesome it is and not actually talking about it. So what is The Promise to Neverland? Okay, first off, The Promise to Neverland, this is another reason why I kind of bypassed it. The whole name of it, when you say Neverland, I think of Peter Pan, you know? I thought this was going to be a retake, and maybe it will turn into that. I thought this was going to be a retake of Peter Pan, and I really wasn't into it. Boy, was I wrong! Boy, have I been missing out. This is such a fantastic, odd, and interesting show. So what happened? What was this show about? So it's about these group of kids, this group of orphan kids from an orphanage. And, you know, they grow up in this orphanage. They're having as wonderful of a life as they can. They have their mother, which is the mother to all the kids. She's the orphan mother, who was raising them and taking care of them. And, you know, eventually when they reach a certain age, eventually when they get to the point where a parents would kind of want them, then they will, of course, have to leave the orphanage. They pack up their stuff and they walk away. The kids are not allowed to go near the gate, obviously, because past gates, the real world, it's dangerous out there. Nothing really peculiar about the way the story starts out. But then a little girl has dropped her doll, and some of the characters, Emma, Ray, and I got the page up here. Emma, Ray, and Norman. Mostly it's just Norman and Emma. Norman and Emma want to return the doll to the little girl, and I can't remember who it was, but they want to return the doll to the little girl. And so they try. And when they try, they find her dead body. They see demons wanting to eat them. And in fact, they learn the truth. The truth is, Isabella, the mother, is raising these kids up they're raising them like cattle to be slaughtered and sold and eaten by monsters, just their brains. And like, they do a bunch of these weird tests, and the highest grade ones come from her. The highest grade kids get shipped off and are like supposed to be made into really expensive meats. It's like terrible. It's absolutely ridiculous. What a dark show. For a show with that kind of title, Promised to Neverland, this show got dark fast. And I really enjoyed it. And so the entire story is about Emma and Norman trying to find a way to gather up her family, and get them away from the enemy, which is their mother, Isabella, their mother, and they want to, of course, save them. They want to gather everyone they can, protect them, and save them. Save them from being eaten by these monsters. That's what's crazy about it. And the way the show goes out about, the show is basically them trying to trick their mother, trying to make sure the mother doesn't find out about what they're planning, and about figuring out how to do it. And it's quite a puzzle show. You don't know who's on what side. And Ray, especially, Ray was probably my favorite character, and Ray's backstory really surprised me. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is because I don't want to spoil the show, but I can tell you what. The show is amazing. Just amazing. It's such a dark, twisted, but interesting show. And the way the kids all together kind of put their heads together to figure out how to protect themselves is just very, very interesting. It's a really good kind of puzzle show, trying to figure out what's going on, how are they going to survive this. It's one of those type of shows. They're basically just locked up in a box with no way out. Basically is what the show is. And the whole premise of the show is trying to get out of that box, trying to get away from these monsters, trying to get away from their mother. And what's really interesting is the mother's backstory too. We don't have much, but what we do have, the manga and the anime, what the story tells us, it's quite a sad story for the mother as well. And I can't wait to learn more with season 2, man. And I hope you guys are excited for season 2 of this show as well. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you guys like The Promised Neverland? Are you guys going to watch it if you never have? Did this video make you guys want to watch it? It's really funny because this is that show, Promised Neverland. I bypassed this when it first came out, and I should never have, because it is a fantastic story. I really am glad I went back and watched it. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments below. About Promise to Neverland. I still feel like we're going to get like a Peter Pan reference somehow in this show. I'm sure there are references that I'm probably not even picking up. I'm trying to think about it, and I just don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye. Promise to Neverland is definitely one of my new favorite animes. Favorite stories. I'm out. Bye.